So here's what I'm going to do. Today, let me show you a little bit of my cooking. So basically, this is what you call your country pork steak. But what I did was, a lot of times they come on the bone. Yep. But I cut that meat off the bone. And there was one without the bone. I just cut the meat up. So I've taken 2 decent sized ones. And I'm just cutting it up in little pieces. Now don't be afraid of the fat. Because the fat is what's going to give you the flavoring. Yes, I know it gives you other things. But it's also, I promise you, it will give you some good flavoring. Now, to go ahead and jump ahead of the game a little bit, what I did was I put everything in the sink. And then I seasoned it on up. I left the NyQuil out, though. But went in and seasoned everything on up. And also, after I get everything seasoned, I put it back in the refrigerator for a little bit. And then I let it cool down. Once it cools down, I take it back out, let it kind of get to room temperature. And then what we're going to do over here is I always put a little bit of butter. After that butter melts, and we're going to go ahead and throw that steak back in there, and we're going to let it cook up. Now, as you can see, the butter's melting. So what we're going to do is, we're just going to slide that on around. Alright, get that butter good and melted. That's about good enough. What we'll do is, next we'll take the meat, just flap it on in there. Oh yeah, boy. Tell you what, if that doesn't get your mouth watering, nothing's going to get your mouth watering, right? Yeah. Alright. And go ahead, and what we're going to do now is, we're going to let that start cooking. Okay? Spread that on out like that. There you go. Alright. I'll come over here. Now what I've done is, got a little bit of Campbell's soup here. I got the, as you can see, golden mushroom. Alright? Let's see. Now, meantime, what we'll do is, we're going to go ahead and take something like a spatula. And what we'll do is, we're going to dump this in here. Alright. There you go. About that. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Now, you're going to take about half a can of water. Alright. Meat's going just great. Alright. What I did was, put half a can of water in here. Alright. Stir it on up. Just put the half can from your glass. You gotta love old bugs. Wait till he says that's all, folks, because it's going to be delicious. Delicious. I don't know if you've ever had my cooking, but hey, you're going to wish you would have had it after today. What I did was, like I said, I took about half a can. We're going to be stirring that on up. There you go. Just stir it on. There we go. That's going to be perfect. What I like to do is, once we get that stirred on up, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put a little seasoning in there, a little pepper. There you go. A little bit of salt. I don't really measure when I cook, if y'all learn that real quick. But little dashes of it. Whatever, your flavor. Everybody's a little different, I think, when it comes to flavoring. So, whatever flavoring you think you're going to like. Now what I'm going to do is, as you can see, that's just cooking along just great. And I'm going to take the oven. There we go. I'm going to put it on about 425 because we're going to make us some good bread. We're going to go ahead and let that meat cook a little bit. Just go ahead and we'll be right back. And we're going to put you on hold. And whenever it's ready, I will show you. So hold your horses. I know your mouth is watering even more. Wipe your glands. Wipe your sweat. Wipe your water glands. They just watering. Woo! Alright. We're back for a minute here because I wanted to show you what else we got. What I did was I just took 2 pieces of French toast. Not French. What the heck am I thinking? It's not breakfast time. 2 pieces of garlic bread. Frozen. Walmart area where the baked breads are. And I got all that good stuff, like the good stuff, the bread, the good bread. Alright, go over there on that bakery area where the good bread is. And you're going to find that what they got is garlic toast already. And just put it in the freezer. Stuff works awesome, guys. I've had other people see me buy and ask if it's any good. I definitely say it's good. Woo, boy, you can hear that meat popping. My mouth is already watering along with y'all's now. It's starting to come along real well. Now, also what I'm going to do is put this aside, the gravy. We're going to take a little bit of rice-a-roni, I don't know, whatever flavor you like, chicken, beef, it don't matter. This is a little, let's see, creamy 4 cheese. So we're going to take that, it's going to be 2 tablespoons of that with some rice. So we're going to put the water, what I do is, it's 2 1/4 cup of water, it's actually a little over 2 cups. Because we all know that a lot of times, what happens? Yeah, exactly. you got too much water. So it's always better to put a little bit less, maybe add a little bit later, but what I do is go over 2 cups just a little bit, and that makes it a lot better. Let's get back over this meat. Look at that, boy, I'm telling you. That's enough to make you slap your mama. Whoa, not just your mama, but all the way to your grandma. Look at that cooking. Wow, look at that. Oh my goodness. All right, that's all right. Alright guys, now what I'm going to do with my meat is I went ahead and I turned my fire down a lot more. I don't know if you stick with gas, but I love cooking with gas. Go ahead and get that fire lowered down some. So what that's going to do is, it's going to slowly cook that meat. And I'm telling you what, not only you're going to get down to your grandma, but you're going to pretty soon slap your great grandma because it's going to be so tender, so tender. You know what? It smells so good. I got the dog in the picture with me. Look at it. She's just waiting. Yeah, you waiting, aren't you? That's how good it's going to be. So good, she just starting to lick the carpet. Look at her. She's just hungry. Until it smells so good, she just thinks it's in the carpet still. She can just anything. She's just trying to taste. Alright, so now you can see what I did was I took that gravy that I made with the water and the soup, and I put it in there. Tell you about another little secret that I like to do. And it's not really like... You know, I'm a redneck, man, so I just cook however. I just take a paper towel and I clean up in there before you put the gravy in. Get some of that grease out of there because you don't want all your stuff real greasy. Bad for the cholesterol. Now, if you don't care about the cholesterol, well, shit, leave it in there. I really don't care. But I would suggest, guys, to go ahead and wipe it out a little bit. If you'd like just a little bit of grease, hey, it's up to you. But I don't like a lot of grease. I try to watch my cholesterol. Alright, well, if y'all like me... You know, you only have really one good frying pan. So what I did was, I transferred my meat, my gravy over here, put it in a little bowl, and we're going to put that, later on, we're going to put it back in there eventually, because I want that to cook just a little bit more in there. Look at it smoking. God, if that does not, oh my goodness. If you don't have a grandma or a great-grandma, I don't know, slap your daddy, slap somebody, because that stuff right there is slapping good. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to let these, let's see here, I think it's, well, it's about 2 tablespoons, you know, close enough. It's always better to have enough butter when it comes to this kind of stuff because once you put your rice in there, you don't want it to start getting sticky. So, now, once you get your butter and your rice, get it all smoothed out like that, what we're going to do is, we're going to let that vermicelli, we're going to get it golden brown. Once it's golden brown, that way we can put the water and the seasonings in there together and get it cooking up. Rice-a-roni. Fairly easy to make. Don't think I have to really go into big explanation. So I'm going to go ahead and let mine get brown. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stir all that together. And I'm going to let that get ready and let it slowly cook. Okay, guys? And what I'm going to have to probably end up doing is stirring this just a little bit more here and there because, well, just kind of notice that every once in a while your cheese will get thickened up. A lot of people do it at the end, but it doesn't really make a difference. I've tried different ways. It's all really the same. But if you want to do it at the end, that's usually what the directions call. But I just like to get it over with and get to moving, guys. Alright, let's go ahead and what we're going to do now is we're going to turn that heat down just a little bit. We'll get that flame down just a tad. There we go. How about that? We're going to put that on a little bit medium heat. And let's not forget our oven in the meantime is warming up. Alright? That bread. Oh. Yeah, I know. You talk about cholesterol, but you want your bread. Alright, well, that's ringing our bell. Let's take this lid off and see what we got going on. Alright. Whew, that sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds great. Whew. Oh, yeah. Now, see, that's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. A perfect amount of water, and like I said, guys, if you put the cheese in first, you're okay. If you put it in last, hey, whichever one you want to do. So, that looks like that's going to be about ready. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put that in a bowl. I don't know how it's going to come out. We'll find out, I guess.